A very good afternoon to you and many thanks for joining us. You're watching news updates coming to you live on Politics and Business Television Abuja. I am Uya Joseph. On the news at this hour, leading domestic carrier Air Peace is pushing back against claims made by the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau (NSIB) regarding alleged drug and alcohol use by its flight crew. The controversy stems from a preliminary NSIB report following a runaway incident involving an Air Peace Boeing 737 aircraft at Port Harcourt International Airport on July 13, 2025. The report suggested that a toxicology test conducted on the pilot revealed traces of alcohol and other substances. But Air Peace says it has received no official communications from the NSIB confirming those findings. In a statement released Friday, the airline described the report as misleading and emphasized its zero-tolerance policy on substance abuse. According to Air Peace, the captain of the affected flight was grounded immediately, not for intoxication but for procedural lapses, including failure to follow standard go-around protocols and crew resource management principles. Air Peace further clarified that its internal safety standards exceed regulatory requirements, including frequent alcohol drug testing of crew members. And the airline also noted that the first officer who advised a go-around during the flight was commended for his professionalism and since has been cleared by the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority to resume duties. As the aviation community awaits a formal NSIB communications, Air Peace is urging the public to rely on verified information and reaffirming its commitment to safety, transparency, and regulatory compliance. The Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, has leveled fresh accusation against the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, alleging deliberate attempt to fracture its petroleum tankers drivers branch. In a strongly worded statement, the union claims that the refinery is resisting workers' right to unionize and it's deploying tactics designed to undermine NUPENG's influence. According to the NUPENG, the Dangote Group has been sponsoring a parallel structure, reportedly the Direct Trucking Company Drivers Association, by recruiting former union members who lost elections and instructing drivers to remove NUPENG stickers from their trucks. The union, however, described this move as a calculated effort to weaken its rank and destabilize its operation. It also commended what is called a Greek gift of free nationwide petroleum delivery and alleged that it was a ploy to stifle competition and also force into a company-controlled association. Despite the Memorandum of Understanding signed on the September 9 affirming workers' rights to unionize, NUPENG says the refinery violated the agreement within 48 hours. The union has placed its members on a red alert for a possible nationwide strike and is calling on the Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress and also other civil society groups and international labor allies to stand in solidarity. It insists that no individual, regardless of wealth or influence, should be allowed to override constitutional labor protections. The Nigeria Labour Congress constitutional lawyer Mike Ezekome San and the legal team of Senator Natasha Okpoti-Oduahan have sharply criticized the Senate for refusing to reinstate the Kogi Central lawmaker despite the expiration of a 6-month suspension. The critics argue that the Senate's continued action violates constitutional rights and undermines democratic representation. NLC President Joe Ojaro described the Senate's stance as a premeditated assault on democracy, accusing the leadership of using legal technicalities to silence dissent. He warned that the disenfranchising an entire senatorial district amounts to robbing citizens of their voice in national governance. And Ezekome echoed his concern, stating that the indefinite suspension weaponized the doctrine of sub judice and punishes not just the senator, but the electorate who voted her into office. The labor movement has vowed to mobilize its members in defense of democratic principles, calling the Senate action a dangerous precedent ahead of the 2027 elections. Both NLC and the legal advocates insist that the National Assembly must respect court ruling and uphold the rule of law, warning that the continued impunity could erode public trust in Nigeria's democratic institutions. For more updates and in-depth analysis, follow Politics and Business TV on YouTube and on Facebook. Connect with us on Instagram at P&BTV_English and on TikTok at P&B.TV.English. Remember to also subscribe and stay informed. My name is Uya Joseph. That'll be all for now, and thanks for joining us. Do have a lovely day.